official police count of today's crowd puts the number at about 4,500, and right now it is clearly far smaller than that. Also, the crowd this time, as compared to a month ago, is far less vocal, passionate, but far less vocal than they were a month ago. And you've got to wonder what the governor and state legislators are reading into that when they take a look and see that the crowd is not as big nor is it as passionate as it was 1 month ago. Also, something we saw lacking this time were some of those young people, perhaps fueled by filmmaker Michael Moore, the ones who took over the rotunda. Action News reporter Mary Conway is here with us right now, and you were here last month when that protest got arrested inside the Capitol, and today that just didn't happen.
No, it didn't. There were about 6 people that were inside there, and actually it was interesting. The police had the union organizers talk to them and said it's really hurting their cause because they're not here for the same reason the unions are. And so after speaking with the union leaders, the young people were asked if they would leave. They stood up, they walked out very peacefully, very different than 1 month ago when we saw all of that happen. Right now, behind us live, we're hearing the teachers talking. They're very concerned about cuts to education.
And we do not want our union to be busted, and we want to do and go about the business of educating our children.
Teachers from all over the state converged on the Capitol as part of today's protests. They say the planned cutbacks threaten education.
Children are the future of our state, and when we are gutting the system and we're taking away from the future, we are not doing what we need to do as a society.
Many are concerned that the emergency financial managers are being given too much power to decide questions about curriculum and class size when they don't have backgrounds in education.
Michiganders, we vote for our school boards, we vote to put people in office, and for someone that is a non-elected person to come in and decide how our schools are going to be ran, no.
We're very seriously concerned about the dangerous cuts that have been proposed to education, and frankly don't know how we're going to manage things if those kind of cuts do go through.
But the teachers are just one of many different union groups that were here today. We've seen everything from bus drivers to pipe fitters. We've had the Nurses Association here as well. So again, all raising their concerns. And the governor said it's democracy. They're welcome to do that. He believes the pension plan they announced yesterday is a real compromise. And he said he's in no hurry to appoint these emergency financial managers, that they're just in place in case districts and cities need them. So, Stephen, that's what the governor had to say.
Yeah, definitely on that pension deal. They did moderate that some, so there perhaps is some room for negotiating, and they are listening to what the people are saying right here. Not all the teachers are inside. I talked to one who is from Monroe who is inside the Capitol building. Of course, they're very concerned. Their board last night voted to hand out pink slips to every teacher if necessary. But not every teacher in the state was obviously here. And in fact, they're very concerned about cuts to education. Julie Bonovich is standing by live in Northville, where she talked to teachers there today concerned about this issue. Julie?
Hi, Stephen. And we talked to people because for the second night in a row tonight, officials here in Northville are going to have to give parents and their district some more bad news. School officials are preparing parents tonight that they may have to cut 52.5 teaching positions and squeeze 37 students into every class. The Northville School District is looking at a $7 million budget shortfall. When 7 Action News asked students being picked up by parents this afternoon how they felt about learning in bigger classes, we couldn't find one of them to give the plan a passing grade.
It's harder to learn, and you can't understand the teacher as much.
Students say some of the largest classes bubble at around 30 to 32, with at least 1 or 2 at 36 already.
They're a lot louder, and people are always talking, and it's kind of hard to hear the teacher.
Sometimes I can't concentrate with all the noise.
Northville is not the only district trying to scrap together enough money to pay the bills next year. Just about every public school district in Metro Detroit is asking, where do we find the extra money? As of now, it wouldn't be coming from the state. Governor Snyder's proposed budget reduces per pupil funding by $470. And school officials here in Northville still don't want to call this their official proposal. They're calling it a scenario because they're watching Lansing in hopes that something will change soon. For now, we're live in Northville. Julie Bonovich, Channel 7, Action News.
All right, Julie, thank you for the live report there. In the crowd today, also among the union workers, were DDOT bus drivers. We talked to some of them who admitted they'd come from Detroit, the city bus drivers. Some of those people may have called in sick to be here today to protest. We're told more than 110 DDOT bus drivers didn't go to work today, which left a lot of passengers waiting for rides along their normal routes. Expected delays were 30 minutes or more along some of those routes.
people depend on transit. A lot of people don't have a choice. So it's very disheartening for us to see that so many employees called off.
I'm not mad at them. They got to do what they got to do to save their jobs. So I'm all for them.
Everybody has somewhere to go, especially with gas prices going up the way they are. Everybody got to get on the bus. And right now it's like, you just not going to come.
Now, we're told that the DDOT union did not sanction this sick out today, but we're also told that the bus drivers do get certain numbers of sick days, so they will count those among their sick days today, and they will not be punished for what happened here today. Protesters concerned also today about the new controversial emergency financial manager and their abilities to void union contracts. Well, the mayor of Detroit says those people should be worried. We'll have that story coming up live as our Lansing coverage continues today. Meanwhile,